Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today with yet another car feature in the form of this Polo GTI, the AW generation. This particular car is a 2020 car. It's a stage 2 car running around 300 brake, just shy of 300 brake, with a whole host of other tasty modifications fitted as well. In usual fashion, we are joined with Ed, the owner of the car. We'll introduce you to him very shortly. He can run us around what he's done to it, maybe some future plans for it, and then we're going to go out for a spin. Okay, we're joined now with Ed, the owner of the car. Mate, thank you so much for bringing this down for me to film today. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot to go through, really, that you've done. But it's a fairly decent car, even stock. I mean, what, just shy of 200 brake?
197, yeah. So they're kind of nippy. They did feel like they're a little held back, though.
Yeah.
A little bit more potential. And I think as it is now is probably as close as you're going to get to a Polo Clubsport, I like to think.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Yeah, so it's stage 2
yes.
by MRC.
Yep.
Pretty good gains, really. Now just shy of 300 brake, but...
So 294 bhp and 536 newton meters.
Nice,
so
okay.
Good bit of torque.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive does put the power down second onwards.
Yeah.
First, obviously, you just burn through some rubber. But yeah, overall, it's I think it's very usable, especially with the other mods that I've done. But I'll quickly run through the engine anyway.
Yes, run us through.
Full intake, got the APR coupled with the racing line hose and turbo elbow. I've also got a Wagner front mount intercooler down at the bottom. These cars are really bad for heat soak as standard. Quite a small intercooler, so change that out as well. Got a full Cobra Sport system from the turbo back. That was super Asbo really recently. It was just a resonator. I've recently quietened that down, but if you do want to see how loud it was, you can check out my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Passion for Petrol. It's a shameless plug, I am sorry.
No, there will be a link down in the description.
Cool.
There's a reason why you are good at talking on cameras, because you're used to it.
Yeah, sort of. But that's pretty much it for power-wise. I have upgraded all the engine mounts, so I've got PowerFlex inserts on the upper and the gearbox. Lower mount is a racing line, so that's definitely helped with wheel hop. These things are really bad for wheel hop.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Normally, but it's pretty much got rid of that. And then other handling mods, we've got KWV3 coilovers. We've got the performance pack brakes on the front from a Mark 7 Golf. They're actually off a Cupra, but you know, same difference. We've got some blue stuff pads. They're just M-Tech discs, so nothing fancy. I do need to sort that out as well. Yeah. RS3 cooling ducts on the back. That's pretty much it, I think, for the handling. It's
a cool looking car, actually. I like the white, black and red. It's a combo that works well.
Angry Stormtrooper is not great for.
Also a couple of styling bits as well.
Yeah, I think overall I'm pretty happy with it now.
Yeah.
I think eventually maybe bigger turbo. I think overall, yeah, looks good. Yeah. It was good.
And you bought it stock?
Completely stock, about a year and a half ago, yeah. The majority of the work myself. Obviously MRC fitted the downpipe, did the tuning. Awesome GCI did the coilovers, but everything else.
Yeah. Do you just go straight from stock to stage 2?
No, had a jump in between, did stage 1. Again, felt really great, but I'm just greedy, so we up the ante.
Always the way, always the way. Is that aftermarket diffuser?
Oh my God, I forgot the name of it.
It looks cool though.
Thank you. It's a German company. Riga, that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
They were quite big back early 2000s for V-dub stuff. They still make parts, obviously, but yeah, Riga rear diffuser. The rest is unknown, if I'm honest. I think probably, don't know, it looks good.
Fair enough, yeah. Have that, fit it to the car, why not? I mean, fair play for doing most of it yourself as well. So I think if that's pretty much everything, we'll fire it up, hop in, and go for a spin.
Fantastic. A lot of wheel spin.
It does, you get a lot of torques here, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Sounds nice though.
It's alright. It does do a little nice pop sometimes. There we go.
It does, there we go. There we go.
I've got the sweet spot for it now.
Shifts are good. I guess the gearbox is mapped as well.
Mapped as well, yeah. Absolutely.
You don't even, even on the downshift, you don't even feel it. It's not like you get like a...
It's really good. It just needs servicing a lot, otherwise it gets, the oil gets really mucky.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, second gear is kind of the best gear to
you get a proper kick.
Yeah, 100%. Such a small turbo, as soon as it spools up straight away.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, as well as the rear seat delete, nice steering wheel.
Thank you.
Custom steering wheel.
Yeah, AliExpress.
Was it actually?
Yeah. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
I'm a bit OCD, so I know everything wrong with it, but you think it's cool, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. And I mean, obviously we've got standard seats as well. Don't really need to upgrade them, really. I mean, they're pretty nice. Would you upgrade them though?
I like the look of the Recaro CS, but expensive. Yeah. Really, really expensive, especially with like the heated option, because I would want to maintain that. But you know, it's kind of like it's a grand touring car, really, isn't it? You cover a lot of miles quickly, and it's easy to live with. I do about 20,000 miles a year in it. So.
Oh wow! Oh, so it's properly used then?
Oh, it's properly used. Use and abuse. We were saying earlier. You abuse them nicely, but abuse all the same.
The punch into the next gear.
It's good, isn't it?
Doesn't hang around.
No.
Because I'm kind of spoiled for choice with going in cars which have got crazy amounts of power, but I've said this in other videos, it proves that you don't need loads of power to still have fun. Like it's a light car, made lighter, I suppose, with some of the bits you've done to it.
Especially with the nice heavy pan roof.
Yeah.
Got to try and balance it out somehow.
It's a perfect example of, you don't need a ton of power to have a cool car.
No, exactly. And I mean, you look at weight figures, Golf R's coming at what, 15 something?
15 something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are about 1350, about 40 kg out the rear, pan roof, I'm not sure what that adds, but obviously, over 100 kg off a Golf R, similar power, and more torque.
Very true, yeah.
So it's a really, I think, as a hot hatch, I think this is, for UK roads, it's all you need.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, very true. Those shifts are cool.
Yeah, the before I got the back box on, the pops were like AK-47 style.
Yeah,
it was not for me. But I just think they're almost comedic, actually.
They've still got some bass to them, haven't they?
I think this car's bassy anyway. I don't know, obviously the engine is slightly different from a Golf R engine, but really bassy. Even like aftermarket exhaust, they maintain that bassiness, which I guess is nice, but also can be drony.
Yeah, I suppose, especially when you take the rear seats out.
Yeah, fair point. I'm actually myself to blame there, really.
It's good in the corners, actually.
Yeah.
It's so stable.
He says.
You done any track days in this?
No.
Haven't?
I need to.
Yeah, you do. That's mega.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's brilliant. So you said that you'd be tempted maybe with a different turbo, with a hybrid.
Yeah.
Well, you could get a smaller hybrid turbo.
Yeah, true. I mean, an IS38 hybrid, kind of a safe bet for these. Kind of a tried and tested thing actually with the Gen 3B. You push about 365 bhp, a little bit more torque. I don't know, I feel like the power figures as are quite good. I think, like you say, doing other stuff, I would probably have to get like wider wheels, make it a little bit more grippy. It's a way off though. I need to just enjoy the car as is.
Yeah. Intake sounds good as well, doesn't it?
It's not too much, but it's there, it's prominent.
But mate, thank you so much for coming down. It's been good fun.
Thank you.
Good fun to go out in another one of these. And yeah, definitely the Polo GTI Clubsport that they never made. Maybe they'll make one. I bet they do now, actually.
Yeah, I'll try and copyright it. Quick time.
But yeah, by all means, if you guys want to go check out more about what Ed does with this car, then you can find his Instagram and his YouTube linked down in the description for me today. That is it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.